they said it couldn't be done. For decades, humanity stared at the stars, dreaming of finding another world like ours. And now, maybe, just maybe, that dream has taken its first breath. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, peering across unimaginable distances, has spotted something extraordinary. A planet wrapped in clouds and whispering the faint chemical signature of oxygen. A soundless discovery that could change everything we know about life, existence, and our fragile place in the universe. This is not just another headline. This is the story of how, for the first time in human history, we may be witnessing the reflection of ourselves. Light years away, when the James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most powerful eye into the cosmos, launched in December 2021, its mission was simple but profound: to look back in time, to see the first galaxies, the birth of stars, and perhaps the fingerprints of life on worlds we've never touched. But no one expected this, not yet. In the constellation of Lyra, orbiting a small sun-like star cataloged as K218, Webb's golden mirrors captured light that didn't just shimmer, it spoke. Through spectroscopy, the art of decoding light into chemical truth, NASA scientists detected oxygen, methane, and traces of carbon dioxide within the planet's atmosphere, a trifecta of signs that, together, whisper a word too powerful to say aloud. Life. Imagine standing on that world. The gravity pressing gently against your feet, the sky hazy and blue from oxygen-rich clouds. You raise your eyes and see not a barren wasteland, but swirling patterns, storms of water vapor, lightning flickers in the mist, a dance of chemistry, billions of years in the making. But you're not on Earth. You're 120 light years away. This planet, called K218b, orbits within its star's habitable zone, where liquid water could flow freely. And here's the twist. It's not a rocky world like ours. It's a Hycean planet, a term born from hydrogen and ocean, a world blanketed by thick hydrogen skies, floating oceans beneath, and now, oxygen. Oxygen doesn't just appear. On Earth, it's a product of life. Trees breathe it out, oceans exhale it. Every leaf and microbe participates in a planetary symphony that sustains us. Finding it on another world means something is breathing there. But scientists are cautious. Maybe it's not life. Maybe it's a rare photochemical reaction or volcanic gases interacting with sunlight. Still, the presence of methane and oxygen together is scientifically suspicious. Because on Earth, they don't coexist naturally for long. One destroys the other unless constantly replenished by life. So if both are there, it means something. Something active, alive, or at least complex, is maintaining that balance. NASA's official statement called it a significant biosignature candidate. But off the record, many astronomers say what they're truly feeling: a quiet awe. Because if confirmed, this would be the first detection of life's breath beyond Earth. As Webb collected more data, its ultra-sensitive instruments, the NIRS-SPEC and NIR-CAM, painted a clearer picture. The planet's light curve showed fluctuations matching cloud movement. Oxygen lines deepened and faded with rotation. And somewhere, hidden in those patterns, might lie the story of how life began again, in a different corner of the universe. What if life is not unique? What if, among the endless darkness, the universe is quietly full of breathing worlds, waiting for us to listen? To understand how monumental this is, let's rewind to the origins of the search for life. For centuries, Earth-like meant one thing: rocky, with air, with oceans. But the discovery of Hycean worlds changed that definition forever. Hycean planets are larger than Earth, but smaller than Neptune. They're wrapped in thick hydrogen atmospheres and could host warm, deep oceans below. For decades, We ignored them. Too different, too alien. But Webb's sensitivity showed us that life might not need to look like us to exist. These worlds could sustain biospheres, ecosystems hidden beneath layers of mist and gas. Life might thrive in chemical soups, evolving without sunlight, without oxygen, without any of the comfort Earth provides. And yet, there it is. Oxygen, the element we thought was ours. For NASA's astrobiology division, this discovery is more than science. It's philosophy in motion. Dr. Niku Madhusudan, a Cambridge astrophysicist leading the analysis, said it best. If confirmed, K2-18b will redefine our understanding of habitability. Because oxygen isn't just a chemical, it's a story, a sign that something, somewhere, is fighting entropy, sustaining order, and defying cosmic silence. Imagine the implications. For every world like this, there could be thousands more. Some still forming, some dying, some harboring intelligent life looking back at the stars. Maybe even looking at us. Maybe to them, we are the alien signal. When you gaze at the night sky, you're not just seeing stars. You're seeing other suns, each with their own possible Earths, their own histories, their own unknown skies. The James Webb Telescope is not just observing light, it's touching time. Every photon it captures traveled for centuries across the dark ocean of space, carrying ancient whispers of existence. And in those whispers, we're hearing echoes of ourselves. Somewhere deep in NASA's data archives, raw readings from Webb are still being processed. Chemical ratios, spectral peaks, molecular probabilities. But behind every number, there's a question burning brighter than any star. Are we truly alone? For decades, the answer has always been maybe. But now, maybe has shifted closer to probably. In 2025, the Webb telescope entered its second major observation phase, targeting 3 new Hyson worlds similar to K2-18b. Each scan will test for the same oxygen-methane pattern. If it repeats, if 2 or 3 or 10 planets show the same atmospheric dance, then the truth becomes undeniable. Life is not an exception, it is a rule. But what happens then? If we prove that life exists beyond Earth, what changes first? Religion, science, or our sense of meaning? Perhaps all 3, because for the first time, humanity would have to accept that creation is not exclusive, that life is a universal phenomenon arising wherever the laws of physics allow it. And maybe, just maybe, consciousness is not a miracle, but a pattern written into the fabric of the cosmos. Scientists call it the biological imperative, the tendency of life to emerge wherever it can. So if oxygen dances in alien clouds, if water glimmers beneath hydrogen skies, then somewhere, something might already be looking up, wondering if they are alone. The irony is haunting. They could be asking the same question we are, staring at their alien heavens, waiting for a sign from the void. And that sign might be us. As Webb continues to scan deeper, each discovery becomes more than data. It becomes dialogue. The universe is speaking, and for the first time, we have the technology to listen. But listening also means humility, understanding that in this vast, unending dark, we are not the center. We are one thread in an infinite tapestry. NASA's next step will be to use transmission spectroscopy to confirm these signals. Future telescopes, like LUVOIR and HABEX, will join Webb, combining their vision to image exoplanets directly, pixel by pixel. And when that happens, we won't just see dots of light. We'll see worlds, oceans, continents, maybe even storms moving across alien skies. The moment we see another blue planet, truly blue. Humanity will cross an invisible threshold. We will no longer be the only story the universe tells. In the end, this discovery is not just about science, it's about perspective. James Webb didn't just look into the cosmos, it looked into a mirror. And what it saw was possibility, reflected back through 120 light-years of darkness. Oxygen and clouds, light and shadow, silence and wonder. These are the building blocks of existence, everywhere. So when you step outside tonight, look up. Remember that the air you breathe may not be unique. Somewhere far beyond reach, another world breathes too, softly, invisibly, but alive. Maybe one day, our voices will meet across that cosmic sea. Until then, we keep watching, keep listening, keep wondering. Because in the end, discovery isn't about what's out there. It's about understanding what we truly are, a spark of awareness in an infinite sky.